Hey,
You good?
you go ahead. Yeah, it's recording. Everything's ready.
Oh, excuse me, Princess.
100% ill prepared, but let's go.
All right. Welcome back. Anyways, welcome to another episode of the Geek Guild. We are back, starting off in 2020. We took basically a holiday break off, and as you can tell, we changed the setup a little bit, and we are now running 2 cameras.
Correct.
So,
Yo, we making big moves.
yeah, we've been trying to make upgrades.
Big camera.
We making money moves.
A new camera and a bigger mixer. So we finally got the chance to get some good stuff here. Upgrades, slowly but surely.
We're not as poor.
We're still poor.
Yeah,
We're not as poor.
we were just lucky. Everything
just
we bought
lucky.
was on sale.
Yes, Christmas. Thank Christmas.
So, anyways, the thing that I wanted to bring up a subject, unless you guys have something you want to talk about right now, real quick.
Go ahead. Well, I mean, since the last thing we left off was on the whole Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
Just to tap back on that, the last leg, now that everybody's watched it and the whole phase of it has gone through.
Yeah.
It still hasn't hit it for me. I mean, I think it's a film that was done rushed. It should have been delayed.
You're just talking about episode 9, right?
But yeah, episode 9. Specifically, yeah, episode 9 is what we're talking about.
Okay.
But it was rushed. The story was okay. I think for the amount of time and for the situations and circumstances that occurred, J.J. Abrams did the best he could with what he got. For that, I'll be.
Yeah, I think we all agree that J.J. Abrams did the best that he possibly could, and to be honest, I went into watching that movie with the worst expectations possible. No hope, basically. Because I'm not a big fan on anything that Disney has done toward the movie wise. The only ones that I enjoyed so far were Rogue One. Solo was passable to me. But episode 7, it was just, it really just felt like a reskin of episode 4. Just more modernized and more characters, etc., etc. Episode 8 was a tragedy. I see what they were trying to do, but it was just so much going on that didn't really forward the plot that much. It was just still within one day, that whole movie, that it was just Episode 9, there was a few things that I really didn't like because it felt just too convenient and everything. The whole thing about the whole sequel trilogy for me, I basically said it felt like really well-written fan fiction, not canon. That's what it felt like.
I don't think it even fan fiction made it justice. I think it was just. I don't think they had a structure of what they wanted to do. I think they had an idea. I think they were going based on ambition and nostalgia, and based on what the viewers kind of want to see, but they didn't have anything concrete. Where I feel like, as bad as the prequels were, they tied into what the originals were.
Kind of ish, yeah.
The only problem with the prequels that we could all say is the script itself felt kind of awkward, stale.
Yeah.
Some of the acting was not as great as it could be. For example, what's his name, Christian Hayden, something like that.
Yeah,
the guy that plays Anakin in
Anakin.
episode 2. In episode 2, that was not really the best acting, and I don't know if that was his fault for being not good.
I think he's just the wrong actor.
Yeah, but he did a lot better in episode 3.
I don't know. Hayden Christensen had, I feel like in the scenes where he wasn't speaking, where it was just more emotional, he was looking into the camera and
facial expressions and stuff like that.
Those were, honestly, to me, those felt a lot more powerful than him speaking, right?
Oh, yeah.
His monologues is what you're saying.
The dialogue and the monologue,
body language,
whatever, but his body language.
On the third one, I think was where he peaked.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The other two
Very
were.
much. I feel like
I think he was just trying to get his foot on the ground.
Yeah.
I feel like the direction could have probably been better for dialogue. 100% for the prequels, right?
Yeah.
For the sequels, right? I would say 9.
7, 8, and 9.
Yeah. I would say 9 is probably one of the better of the sequels.
9 is the best out of the sequels, my opinion.
Um,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I could agree with that.
Because for me, right, it was so action packed, right, and you could see that it was like mostly constant action, for the most part. Like there was always something happening, but it's kind of like it's just that it's not really something that you can follow with. It's not really like
On which one you talking about? On
episode 9.
on 9?
Yeah,
I agree with what you're saying, but
it has
in
like
a way,
it has a story,
yeah, it has
right?
a story, but
I mean, it's kind of like, oh, this seems cool. Let's put that on. This
what
seems
it
cool.
seemed like? It seemed like Geek It first, the first pilot episode, where it was just a lot of jokes and
a lot of action, just a lot of things, but not that much story.
It was like a basic general foundation story,
Yeah.
and then they just started throwing in a lot of stuff that the viewers wanted to see,
Or
So
they
it'd be-
thought the viewers
or
wanted
thought
to see.
yeah wanted to
Yeah.
see. And I guess in another way they were trying to kind of tie in certain things to make sense based upon episode 8, how 8 was left off, trying to
Yeah.
answer some questions, etc.
Now, I don't want to spend too much time on this because we could go on forever.
We can.
And
out of 1 to 10, I gave it 5.
out of 1 out of 10, I give it an 8 or 7. 7. 8 is if you argue me to it.
You guys want to do like general movie rating and then as a Star Wars movie rating?
Oh, general movie rating?
General movie rating,
I would give it an 8.
Yeah, I would
Like,
give it an 8
if I didn't know anything
for a
about
general movie.
lore, anything, and just watching the movie, I'd be
Star-
like, yo, this is a good movie. It is a
Yeah.
good movie.
Star
But
Wars.
as a Star Wars fan that knows some
I
of
would-
the lore
I would
and
say
tries to
4 or
understand it
5.
and see it, I'm giving that a freaking solid 3, 4, which is the highest I'm going to give out of all the sequels.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean,
7 is a 2. 8 was a
oh,
1.
7's no. I
8
don't.
was a 1.
I kind of
Seven
don't
was a
even want
1.
to.
I don't even want to rate that.
I don't want to even rate
So-
7.
I don't think it was an abomination.
8 was. I don't want to rate 8 either.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Because like Kylo Ren
the other
being
two
Jason,
things.
like come on.
Okay, the other two things that happened in Star Wars recently, the last time we were there,
Hmm.
Jedi Fallen Order was a fantastic game.
Oh.
I played it, finished it, enjoyed.
We
the
got 9
story.
out of 10 at an
Oh
IGN.
yeah, as a game, it's fantastic.
Well, I mean,
my
what
only
isn't 9 out of 10 on IGN?
the only thing about that game that's sort of like
They're kind of biased.
got me a little like bad as I'm talking to myself here.
You're just over here doing your own.
Yeah, I'm trying to freaking like explain, and y'all.
Explain.
Sorry.
So-
Somebody.
Explícame, baba.
All right, Jedi Fallen Order. My problem with the game, like my only like upset would be like I didn't like the time that I spent looking around for chests and stuff like that, which had nothing to do with story. Everything in chest, like the only reason you want to look for that stuff is because it gives you experience points, and just everything else was purely aesthetic, customizable stuff. That's it. But other than that, the rest of the game was relatively well. I loved following a story of a Padawan that survives Order 66. And you see how he goes through that, what happened with his master, and what he does to overcome. Whole bunch of other things in the game. All the stuff is already out there, so if you haven't played the game, I will say a few spoilers.
Yeah.
So
Here's your warning.
Well,
so
yeah.
But
Well,
other than
to wrap that,
good
well,
game.
yeah.
Good game.
To wrap the whole Star Wars thing, because I'm kind of getting sick of Star Wars already. It's
And the
Star Wars
Mandalorians just-
thing.
Let's
The
talk about the
Mandalorians.
Yeah.
We just top it off with the Mandalorians.
Yo.
Mandalorians is the best thing Star Wars related out
Mandalorian
there.
hits. Yeah.
out of all the
Honestly.
cinematic stuff, Mandalorian is up there
It's
as number
the
one- as
best
number one.
thing out there Star Wars related
so far.
so far.
I mean, that's new.
Because
That's
it's only
new.
season
Correct,
one.
correct.
It's only
Original
season
trilogy.
Star Wars Clone Wars
Clone
series.
Wars, the
Clone
series,
Wars,
yeah.
Yeah. Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One is still up there.
And Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, and then
Yep.
at the very, very bottom, not even visible.
Nope, don't say it. We're moving on.
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars, bro.
What? No.
Yeah.
Everyone loves
That's
Lego
what I was
Star
talking
Wars.
about.
All right. Anyways, so moving
Yeah.
on to a new
So
topic.
enough about Star Wars. New topic.
Yeah, new topic.
You
So-
have something you want to show me?
Yeah, I had something I wanted to show you, and the reason why is because I noticed how like character development and like recent things, for example, some of the Marvel movies, you have these characters who are side characters, and that's all they ever are.
Correct.
There's like nothing interesting going on with them. They're just there as side characters who are just there to support the main
A
character.
la Hawkeye. a
So
la-
Hawkeye,
Black Widow.
Black Widow, Falcon, Fury, just those off the top of the head real quick. You
Yep.
can say the same thing in other franchises. DC.
Mm.
Well, DC is just DC at this point.
Yeah, it's
Cinematic-wise.
Cinematic wise, there's not much
Yeah,
to
so
talk
far,
about.
but other than that, like I'm talking about the stuff that you could watch, it's falling apart.
You know,
Even Star Wars
yeah.
itself, you know, I know we want to finish off there, but Star Wars, they only focused on Rey. Maybe a little
Mm-hmm.
Kylo, but that's it, Rey. And you had all these side characters that you didn't do much with.
The
And so
I heard
that's
there was
why I wanna
something
bring up-
there was something
yeah.
interesting actually about DC the new Harley Quinn and the new Harley Quinn movie or whatnot.
the Harley Quinn
was
movie
it-
about her breaking up with the Joker or something.
Yeah,
Is it a
that
movie
one?
or is it a series?
They have
I
a
don't
series
remember.
and a movie coming out.
Okay, but the point is that
Right?
Yes.
the Joker
Mhm.
that's supposed to be there is no longer the other Joker that she broke up with. It was actually Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
So the Joker in that movie is Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Yeah, that's the one they're ruling out. And then when they're talking about
Interesting.
and then when they're talking
I
about
like that face.
Batman, Batman at this point, I don't think they'll talk. This is all based upon what I've
Yeah.
heard.
Hmm.
Rumors
Um,
around the block.
Ben Affleck Batman is completely out, doesn't exist,
Okay.
and
Okay, my bad.
okay, it doesn't exist and can So they're not gonna directly talk about it. They're probably gonna
Yeah, skim around
say
it.
like that Bat guy or whatever,
Yeah,
something like
okay.
that. So it was something that
Bat
you said
guy.
DC and it quickly came to my head.
Alright,
Question from Jeffrey.
got a quick question.
Yeah.
The latest Joker movie that came out, do you guys consider that like a canon Joker movie, or do you guys think it's like a offshoot side thing?
I'll say I think it will be canon. Now it will become canon because of what this whole thing I told you about Harley Quinn. It brings a better type of more grounded origin story to the Joker.
And a little bit of all,
And a
all the other
little bit
previous
of
ones
the,
combined
yeah.
into one. So
Yeah, so I could take it as canon. I wouldn't be down.
listen to him.
I
He has
would.
opinion.
I wouldn't mind taking a canon. Actually, it does take like quite a few elements from different
Yep.
versions of the Joker.
Especially
Right.
Killing Joke.
Killing Joke, the Dark Knight Returns,
Mhm.
which the whole like late night show kind of gives me the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, that
Vibe,
vibe. Mhm.
right.
And even the thing at the end when they were
Yeah.
the riots.
You know, especially the riots.
Mhm.
Oh, I love
Um,
that scene.
That was very Bane type that
That was.
Batman.
Yeah,
don't
but I
remember
mean,
the one.
you know, depending on how Robert Pattinson
Mhm.
does his Batman, we're gonna see how maybe it all connects together. I haven't heard anything about like a connection between the Robert Pattinson Batman and the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Right.
I'm thinking they're trying to link it all together. See,
Hopefully.
to me, what it looks like they scraped everything that they did before, and they're starting
Mm-hmm.
the same formula that Marvel did, where they started
Oh.
everything revolving around Iron Man. Iron Man was the first one,
Yeah.
and then later on came that one. So I think Joker was the first one, and now they're starting to do this Harley Quinn one. Then they're gonna do the Suicide Squad.
So you think they're gonna do focus more on the like villains as the protagonists?
I think maybe.
Hmm.
It
I
would be
would I
interesting.
would do that. You know, if I was the one in charge, I would do
Yeah.
that because it's kind of like the opposite of what Marvel did. But at
Mm.
the same time, you're kind of pursuing the same formula, which is we
Yeah.
can already see been proven
It
to work.
works.
Yeah.
What I would say is that I don't know if they're trying to scrap everything, but they do still have Gal Gadot
Yeah.
as Wonder
Woman.
Mm.
So
So, yeah. So
I don't know
some
where
of the
Ben
stuff.
Affleck
Yeah.
comes into
Hey,
play.
she's a
like,
fantastic Wonder Woman.
she really is.
I mean, I don't know where Ben Affleck falls. I think Ben Affleck was since they never made a standalone movie. They can kind of say like,
From what I've seen, he's okay.
he's okay.
I do like.
There's a lot of padding.
I mean, he did really bulk up.
Yeah, I
but-
mean, and it was a shame that they put him
Like-
in padding, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
But there is
You gotta flex somehow.
You remember when everyone on the internet was like very anti Ben Affleck, and they were like, Ben Affleck is as Batman, and they were like, no.
yeah, nobody
Yes.
wanted it.
I remember it clearly.
It turned out not to be
That bad. No.
bad. Like, I would say, given the time that we're in and given like the cinematography
My bad.
practices that we do and all the strategies that have come out, as opposed to basically, like, let's say the Christian Bale or the Adam West, or the like the
Yeah, the other
Michael
ones. I get
Keaton's,
it.
right? I would say Ben Affleck would be probably a little bit better, in my opinion, than Michael Keaton,
Mm-hmm.
right? Ben Affleck is out of the question because Adam West is out of the question because that's a whole different era. That's a
Correct.
whole, like, you can't even compare like that to the current Batman,
Correct.
right? But I would say Christian Bale would probably be a better Batman than Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
And Michael Keaton would probably be on the lower. And,
Yeah.
but not to say that Michael Keaton's bad.
No, it's just
They were all good.
Hmm?
You know what I mean? It's just like within a spectrum.
What about George Clooney?
I left him out because
Isn't that
No.
Batman?
that is nipple
Yeah,
Batman.
that is the nipple Batman.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill's good.
he still hasn't. Mark Hamill's
Oh, my
the
bad, my
Joker.
bad. He's the Joker. I'm retarded.
Who voices Batman in that? I forgot his name. It was like right
That
here. and
it's yeah. He did a show with Oh my God, what's his? The guy who does some of the voices for Animaniacs. Oh my God, I don't remember his name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Jeffrey, help me out.
Oh no, I got
Oh, he's looking.
Yeah,
Up. He's
we'll-
looking up. Don't worry.
We'll fact check this.
Anyways, like I said, the whole side character thing.
Yeah.
Back to.
Yeah, so going back to that. Yeah.
I started to notice how it's starting to lack. Like, I feel like its stories should be more realistic in the sense that real life, everyone's the main character of their story. And that kind of sounds a little cliche, but it is true. So basically, when you have these stories, when you have a main character and you only focus on that one character, you develop this plot armor.
Yeah,
that,
which is very common.
yeah, it's very common, and like it somewhat takes things out of perspective. Like a story that, like some of the recent stories that I've seen that had like a modern like live action things, for example, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You had a lot of side characters there that could easily be the main characters.
Yeah, we had a
Like,
conversation about this.
Yeah. We had, like, for example, Arya was a side character for most of the seasons, and then now she becomes like a fan favorite.
Yeah, one of the
she
main
had an
ones.
interesting story, and this is the side character problem because they did have a few.
Yeah, and then when they
Yeah.
confuse you with
Yeah.
Ned, when you
Yeah,
start off with Ned,
season
you
one.
think he's the main character, and then
Yeah.
turns out he's just
and gone with the. Yeah, Jeffrey.
Okay, so regarding the whole everyone's a main character, for movies, I don't mind that as much because, movies, you only have so much time.
Yeah, streamline.
But for like a series, I don't think that. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up a example. You guys familiar with the comic A Kill?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that
So
anime.
the namesake, right?
Yeah.
Is a comic,
Mhm.
but the show really revolves around
Yeah,
I
the
believe it was
guy.
Katsumi,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And you got to see him grow, but you also got to see the other characters grow as well. But I feel like they did that so much because they would just die off, and I don't think the
Yeah.
show could have, prolonged the whole everyone's a main character thing because they just don't have enough time. They have to
Well,
progress
I
the
think
story.
that's why a series has more flexibility.
Yeah.
So, which is true.
Yeah.
Um,
So your argument's more like it's not as practical.
It's not-
Yeah, it's not as practical for movies.
Yeah.
Also,
But it's something that I noticed has been lacking in general, though. Like, it's not just because of movie formats and series. It's just, it kind of hit me. I don't get emotionally attached to that many characters. And that's kind of sad because sometimes they will do something drastic to a side character, and it's supposed to have this huge emotional impact. And sometimes you're just like, okay, they're the side character. We knew someone was gonna, And so that's why I want to show you this scene because you never seen My Hero Academia, which is
no. Anime is like the weakest thing that I can speak of.
Yeah.
I think the only two I've watched like hardcore
Yeah,
is
Naruto.
Naruto, and then One Piece, and I gave up quickly on
Yeah,
One
he
Piece.
dropped One Piece. And
Just the way it started was
yeah,
very slow. And,
Yeah.
But I mean, I've heard good things once you get past
yeah.
Ask him
the
how
beginning.
attached he
Yeah.
got to Naruto characters.
Oh,
Different
like for example, Naruto. The side characters. There's two characters of the, I guess, like most major side characters you could say that pass away. Like when they died, was it like a huge emotional impact for you?
Neji.
Neji. Yeah. Well, yeah. He was like the
Neji
biggest
was the
one.
biggest one.
Yeah, he was
to
the
me.
biggest one. But like for example, Azuma Sensei
Yeah, Asuma.
or Jiraiya.
Or Jiraiya.
Felt heavy
Yeah,
because
those were heavy, but
characters
like
felt it.
Yeah.
but they had a lot more screen time. You know, but
Yeah.
even then, it wasn't as heavy because you were only watching it through.
To
lens
me,
of
the
someone
one
else.
that's honestly the one that stood out the most was Asuma.
It was
Because you didn't
because it was the
expect
first one.
Yeah, because it was the, but you didn't expect it, and not only that, you knew his position within their group. Whereas Jiraiya, you understood, but Jiraiya and Naruto kind of they had that time together.
Yeah.
But they weren't constantly together.
When that whole thing before Asuma died, got killed, when he was the only other wind user
Exactly.
out of the entire village that Naruto could have used as like a teacher.
Mhm.
I thought they were gonna have like a character build up moment for those two together, and then next thing you know, Hidan.
Yeah.
Hidan comes in. Those of you who know, you know. If not, I'm trying not to say it too much. So
If
you
you know,
watch it-
you know.
if you know, you know. But
Let's just say you gotta follow Joshua.
this. I'm so, all right. But this is why I like
If you know, you know.
I like watching anime. I like watching anime because it's a different medium. There's a lot of questionable stuff on it, weird
Yeah.
stuff, but like there's some really good stuff. And so that's why I said My Hero Academia, me and him, we watch it together sometimes. And there was this one scene that came out, I think it was 2 episodes ago. There's going to be one coming out either, is it today or tomorrow?
It's
it comes
today.
out? Today? It comes out today. We're recording on Saturday.
Saturday, what is today? The 10th.
The 11th.
11th.
Saturday 11th. So
Yeah.
2 episodes ago, basically,
Mhm.
not the one counting today. They took a side character who made his first appearance in season 3. We're on season 4,
Okay.
and he was just the the upperclassman role. Like he was the third year in school, so he's obviously supposed to be stronger and stuff than the main cast. And they hype him up as saying like he's the strongest in the school, and that if he were to go pro, he could easily be top 3, right? And that's all you see that he's a very happy-go-lucky type guy, kind of goofy. He has a weird personality. His quirk, the only thing you know about it, quirk is like a superpower if you don't know. His quirk is a superpower that allows him to like phase through objects.
Okay.
And that they thought it was going to be useless because it was really hard to control, and he mastered it to a point. All right, so like I said,
Character development. Yeah, you're trying to
yeah.
sell me into to watching.
He's a side character, right?
My hero.
And
yes.
so the thing is, what I like about his development is that
You
in this
get
one
better.
scene, and this one scene alone, in that one episode, he quickly becomes a lot of the fan base's favorite character. And because what happens is in the to give you a little bit of story, understanding what's
Sell
happening.
me.
We're in the middle of an arc where we're trying to rescue this little girl.
Okay.
And this little girl is being abused, tortured, and harassed, and used as an experiment. I'm
Okay.
trying to rescue her. They had a chance to do it before, but because he was following the rule book, instead of letting the bad guy know that they know who he was,
Okay.
he decided to play along with the guy, and the guy told him, "Hey, this is my daughter. She's just being rebellious. I'm taking her away." They both knew he was lying. They both knew she was terrified, and they both knew that she was being tortured, but they didn't know how bad. Later on, they find out, and this guy beats himself up because he followed the rule book and didn't trust his gut, right?
Okay.
And the main character, he wanted to trust his gut, but he was following the rule book because he was learning from the other guy. This is a chance for him to redeem that mistake, and it's in the middle of the arc where they basically go into the base and they're basically haul-assing to get to the girl. Due to his power, he's the first one to get there very quickly, but the guy that they're up against is currently the strongest villain in the world by like official ranking. He's the strongest villain in the world. He has his side guys with him, and he's trying to save the girl. By every standard, this character should be outmatched and outgunned. and he still refuses to give up. And like you see him and the whole scene how it develops, it is very great storytelling. And it was one of the first times that I saw a side character and I actually got attached. To me, he was kind of dull the whole time, didn't care.
Okay.
That scene made me care. And season 4 has a lot of, like, a few scenes with side characters that make you care. So My Hero Academia is good at doing that. And the whole point that I like that show is that any side character at any moment with enough screen time could basically feel like a main character. So that's why I like that show.
Okay, yeah. So even your secondary, your third character.
Oh, yeah.
Could end up.
Like I said, in season 4,
The main
this guy,
character.
he's like a tertiary character, but he comes in and plays a big role in season 4. And then another guy, his name is Kirishima. He has red spiky hair, right? He's a side character to a side character.
I
Like,
think Kirishima's a tertiary. I think.
yeah, he's a
Yeah.
tertiary.
Overhaul has moved up to a secondary character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like, the reason why I say he's like a side character to a side character is
Yeah.
because the side character that he's a side character to, I'm tired of saying that,
Mhm.
is, you know, the main character's rival, and he's like the main character's rival's side boy, you know? But then he has a major role, and like, if you watch that scene, you'll think he was the main character. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Interesting.
And, like,
it's
okay.
interesting
Mirio-
how well they do that.
Mirio's kind of like he's built himself up to be secondary character now.
Yeah.
But I was attached to
And then-
Rio ever since
yeah.
they showed his backstory. Of
Yeah.
How hard it was. I was like, yo.
Right.
And then you just get your power handed to you. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah. They threw some shade at the main character. So I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, that if there was one thing about the character that we're about to watch, his name is Mirio, right?
Mario.
Or Lemillion, as is his hero character name, right? This guy was basically a side character, and then this scene is the like his main.
Yo.
Let's go.
He's Mario.
Just
Let's
stop.
go.
Yeah, I told you.
Our camera
Mario.
guy had a realization. All right, so what I'm trying to say is, this one scene, this one bit of major
You
camera
got it
time he
right.
gets.
Let's go.
This one scene of major characterization that he
Okay.
gets, it tells his backstory, it shows his development, it shows how much he tries, his effort, and you really feel his emotion with it.
Okay, you're selling this a lot. Let's
And
watch this.
like, it's one of my
'Cause
favorite scenes.
I'm
in
like
anime.
super anticipated here.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
what we're gonna
No,
do is that
so,
I'm gonna
yeah,
show you this.
It's not. Okay, it's good, but
And recently,
pretty good, okay.
I'm saying recent.
it's
Recent.
It's pretty good. The action scenes are pretty good in it as well. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
I'm saying in recent though, like, I'm not
Like,
talking about older
this
stuff
season.
like Naruto and One Piece and stuff like that. I'm talking about recent.
Of like, oh, anime that season
Like you
or
know,
this season.
Yeah.
the 6 month span.
Yeah, like a 6-month span. It's like there's not that much that kind of that
Jeffrey's
I've
thinking
seen.
back.
Oh no, there's
That I've
there's-
seen, you know.
Okay, that's, yeah.
That I've seen. That's just what I'm noticing. There's a lot of anime. I'm not claiming to watch it all. All right, I don't got that time.
Anime. is
Yeah, you're not
super-
Giga.
That's my
Super
not
huge.
even he has that time, and we just referenced a YouTuber. Anyways, let's get to the point because you're anticipating and I sold it to
Hey,
you.
if you're not following Ryan Higa, we should follow him.
Another YouTube. All right.
Hey, if you're not following PewDiePie, help him get to 200 million subscribers.
I
Fight
think
back against
PewDiePie
T-Series.
already has enough.
Nah,
we
fam.
could get more.
No, he could
He
be
can
T-Series
do it.
again, you know,
Yeah.
just without making as much. Oh, no, I'm just
Washed
kidding.
up. Okay, sell this.
All right, so the scene that we're watching is 6 minutes and 33 seconds long. It's on YouTube and it's English dubbed.
Huh?
Easier for him to consume.
Yeah, it's easy.
Sub versus sub.
So, yeah, I'd rather watch sub, but
That's
anyways.
another topic.
that's a whole different topic. We're gonna watch that clip now. And, basically,
All I
opinion.
can say is that I might watch it. It did pique my interest. The fighting was good.
To me, it
I
was,
will
it was just
say-
an overall like quick showing of his character,
Yes.
the backstory quickly tied
Yes.
in, and
Yes, but
it was
there's
just
not.
really great storytelling.
Yes, but there's not enough there
There was
that I
enough
could
there.
see for me to grasp that story off the bat just before you explained it.
Yeah.
Not enough there.
Well, I think it's just because like they gave more of his character before. And just
Yeah,
that
you
scene
would
was
have to
just the
watch
peak.
before
Yeah.
to get the context.
That scene was basically
Yeah,
the
there's
peak.
too much exposition
Yes.
prior.
Yes. That's what it seems like.
And too much background information that you don't have
Mm-hmm.
in order to actually
But-
grasp it. But
It was good enough for me to say I'll give it a shot.
hey, the
To watch it.
slow.
Consi-
The beginning's a
considering-
little bit slow.
Yeah.
You
But
should just watch
it's
All
good.
Might. All Might is like he wraps up a scene all by himself by just walking out. He's like, "I'm here. Let's get it done." And that smile. The way he smiled.
He's a man of he's a man of smiles.
But the reason is this. I think that whole scene ties it up. Everything that if you knew before, ties it up. It's a good way, and it was.
I can see it.
Yeah, you could see it.
Yeah.
Like it's just overall good storytelling.
All in
short
all,
scene.
I think we should get a couple AT-ATs and blow this place up. I think that's a wrap.
This place up?
This place, I live
Yep.
here.
It's a wrap like Taco Bell.
No,
Yeah.
no.
This place is
Yeah.
about to
That's a chicken wrap,
This
folks.
place, that's a chicken.
me after a burrito from Taco Bell.
There you go.
Are we actually done?
Oh, I don't know. Do you guys have anything else?
Do you have anything else you guys want to try to talk about? 'Cause
Let's.
I know you had a lot.
In
of
other
things, but-
news, the PlayStation 5,
Okay.
the biggest cash grab that Sony is going to do.
Yeah.
Talk about the Stadia.
You mean the
Even
toaster?
Bigger cash grab.
The what?
Oh, you didn't even hear about it. The Stadia. Google Stadia.
Oh, yeah. I've seen the commercials about that.
is-
Stadia! Yeah.
It is a heaping fire of garbage.
Yeah, it's a giant
Stadia?
cash grab.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few of those
They have a
commercials.
ton of commercials
What
on
the hell is it about?
Okay, so I can
Is it supposed to be a
explain.
console that plays all the
let's,
games?
Let's let Jeffrey explain.
All right,
So-
Jeff.
The way Stadia works is that it's a streaming service. If you've ever used like PC, you can have your PC running, and then on any other screen in your house, you can have that screen reflect what your PC's showing. So I've done it before when I'm at work, pull out my phone, have my PC at home, run it, and I can play Sekiro or whatever on my phone while my PC is at home. So Google had this great idea to say, hey, we can do that for everybody. So they have a PC at their crib, right? And they're charging you to use their PC wherever you'd like. Now the idea works somewhat, but they misunderestimated how many people would want to use it. They misunderstood how good quality connection you would need. Like you need some like fiber ops Google stuff.
So like it crashes.
Like Google Fiber, yeah.
Yo, you want to see like lag? Like hold out an invisible like button on your keyboard. Press a button. It's that bad.
For those of y'all who can't see Jeffrey, he just
That was a 2-second lag,
that was
guys.
a 2-second lag of a
Yeah.
delayed jump. Just in case y'all didn't see that. I mean, well, not in case. I know y'all didn't see that.
That
y'all,
is so
y'all looking at us.
I don't
annoying.
know. You
But
might have
yes,
seen it out the
I
reflection of
agree.
our glasses.
I agree with what you're saying. Stadia is the biggest cash grab. It's like something that we really didn't need. It's not. It is not even new technology. It's existed. Remote access
Yeah.
on computers. That's been out for a while. TeamViewer is one of the biggest ones that I know that does remote access.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
I got
Stadia-
pranked with TeamViewer.
Yeah, Stadia is
It
Stadia
was
is
so
bad.
bad.
And then the PlayStation 5, it's literally a PlayStation 4, just a couple of different things. There's nothing. I mean, how much more can graphics get better?
Oh,
You know, it
they
just-
can.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna end up using? Real people? I mean, it's just
We do.
like, it's to the point where
Anyone want to talk about
all you got to do
Andromeda?
is just send out more consoles with bigger processors, etc. All that, etc.
I believe we can't even comprehend 8K. Like,
No.
our eyes can't even
No.
notice the difference.
No,
No.
it's just a bunch of fancy schmancy stuff put into a
Yeah.
box and then slap a PS5 sticker on there and then
Ray
there you go.
tracing.
He's got a point.
See the difference between the PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3, the biggest thing was the graphics hall, the processor, the memory, the ability, the Blu-ray to play, disc faster. The recall to read the discs a lot
Oh, yeah.
quicker.
Yeah.
The whole thing with the Wi-Fi remotes,
wireless,
built-in
yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Wow.
It was a huge leap, and even from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2, it's a giant leap.
Yeah.
Now from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4, you get pretty good leaps. That was a
Mhm.
pretty good difference. You got 4K, you got all this crazy stuff that
Yeah.
started to come out. 4 to 5, it's still too soon. There's nothing out there unless you're gonna say, I'm gonna allow 6K or 7K or 10K,
Or-
thing. But there's nothing out there that can throw out that quality. There's no TV out there with 10K resolution.
Or you could just go all sword art, and that's the next big leap.
Are you guys considering VR?
Are you talking about like VR?
No. Like
The VR
like
already exists
actual.
with
No.
it.
No. I mean like actual like.
Like a full helmet?
There-
Matrix.
Yeah, like Matrix.
Like a full safety helmet?
Like
You
you're
know-
gonna
okay.
you're gonna have to get a surgery to like get the.
You know what I think they should do, which I've
Hell
seen
no.
they do. I've seen them do. Is
Huh.
the treadmill? It's like where
Yeah.
you're able to control
Yeah.
your
It's
character
Going like that.
while
It's like-
with your whole physical body. Not only would that be good for health because you're actually moving.
Hey, you're on a
Mhm.
treadmill.
You're also moving, but you're also interacting with the game. So technically, you immerse yourself into this virtual world.
But then Fortnite
I
dances
think
wouldn't be a thing.
If
Yes, it
PS5
Bet.
I
They
would
wouldn't be
Skywalk
as
so
good.
many people.
They wouldn't be
Skywalk.
as
Hey,
If-
hey,
yeah.
hey.
You create your own. That's
if
it.
PS5 would introduce something crazily innovative like that, then I
Yeah.
would be like, yeah, that's worth the money.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to pay like $600 or $700 for.
That's gonna be
like
like
the
PS
Kinect.
I mean, think about it. Whenever the PS4 first came out, it was around that price. Retail price, I mean, it's gonna be up there, dude.
Well, I mean, hopefully they'll listen to their fans and such.
Maybe.
Right.
To me, first thing I see it as a cash grab. There's nothing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like I saw like people reviewing when they played like the Xbox Series X, like the tower. That
the fridge.
yeah, like that they're not gonna be like having like games for that specifically, right?
Yeah.
For like about a year, right? That there's gonna be like games that are backwards compatible, so that are coming out that can
I
be
mean,
played on the Xbox.
even now for Xbox One,
Yeah.
they're constantly bringing out backwards compatible games. Why do you think that is?
Because
They're not making anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, to me immediately that just seems like, they're just trying to get as much money as they can.
Oh yeah,
But-
100%.
At the same time, right? There have been reviews of people like actually getting a chance to play on the console, right?
Yeah.
And they've noticed a significant difference. I can't say specifically for myself,
Okay.
right? But I can say that others have tried it, and I don't know if they're paid to say this, or I don't know if they're, like
Yeah, it could
sponsored
be
to say.
a biased opinion.
But more people than not have said that there's been like a worth upgrade to get it.
I don't know. My Xbox One still works perfectly fine,
Yeah,
and I still have fun playing games on there.
I
So,
mean, it is
hey,
what it is.
it is what it
honestly.
is.
GTA.
There really is no new games. What are you gonna say? Speaking of
Yeah,
GTA,
Oh, I thought it was right.
hey, speaking of GTA, well, Skyrim. I mean, if they make a new Skyrim, then
GTA
we'll talk
Skyrim.
about that. But
GTA
GTA 6 has been confirmed.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, and there's
So you're telling me I rebought GTA
rumors
5
of
for
it
nothing?
taking place either in Puerto Rico or Miami.
La verdad.
Yep.
Yo.
Miami or Puerto Rico?
Yep. It's gonna take place in the 70s during the cocaine.
So so it's either Puerto Ricans or Cubans.
Yes.
That's it.
It's the islands.
Yeah, the islands.
Yo.
Either Cuba, Puerto Rico, or Miami. One of the three.
Yo.
We might even have a chance to see La Madrina.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. That was just a jump. I was just being stupid. But that would be
No,
pretty
no,
cool.
No, it's not a jump. He's calling it right now.
Oh yeah, I'm calling it.
It's calling its prediction.
I'm telling. Okay, Rockstar, if you're watching this, which I highly doubt you are, make a scene with La
Just a
Madrina
prediction.
or a parody of La Madrina, and you know who it is. Gliselda. What's her? I don't remember her name. Gliselda something. Yeah, but
Griselda Moco Loco.
crazy booger.
Moco Troco.
Crazy truck.
Yeah.
I guess.
You know
Okay.
what those are called?
No.
Palabra de luz.
Word of-
Palabra de luz. Instead of like saying.
Word of light.
Yeah.
Light word.
Like, like things that don't necessarily make sense, but they seem kind of
Like this conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. This train has derailed.
Yeah.
All right. So nothing
But
else,
yeah,
right?
so those are. I think that's the all top breaking news that I have for
Yeah.
today. January 11th of 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything comes up,
I mean,
we'll probably
there's
post it
still
on
more, but
Instagram.
We'll probably talk about
We're
it
gonna
later.
look,
Yeah, we can post it
uh,
on Instagram.
We're definitely going to be taking a closer look at the Obi-Wan standalone series.
Correct.
That's on the Star Wars side, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the
which,
Disney Plus.
I mean,
See what's the rumors
Disney
on that.
Plus.
I
yeah.
I really, really, really enjoy the fact that they brought back Ewan McGregor.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I think that's gonna be the biggest sell that they have.
Because I mean, he analyzed and like he
He's a
studied
huge fan favorite.
Alec Guinness,
Yeah.
right? So like he knows the mannerisms of the OG Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he studies like all the lore that's been placed after,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
The card
Yeah. Okay.
It's full. Cut.
is it full.
It cut a little bit.
Oh,
little
okay.
bit?
No, don't
Oh,
worry. I
oh,
think
oh.
But
you
it's still
picked
going?
it up over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You picked it up over
It's
here.
okay. That camera's on.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
But
editing.
if he keeps going with like the lore that's been added on top of that,
Yeah.
like from the prequels and from the current up until he died and all that.
Correct. Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be an amazing standalone series.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be great. I
Um,
honestly do think it'll be great.
Disney Plus is actually really good.
Yeah,
I've been watching.
they done it good with the Mandalorian and the
Yeah.
actual app itself. They actually brought one of my favorite cartoons when I was a child, the
Yeah?
Proud Family.
Oh,
Yo,
With-
yeah.
dude, it was so good.
Sugar Mama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they brought it back.
Yeah.
I literally watched the first episode yesterday, and oh my god, dude,
Yo.
brilliant cartoon, dude.
It
so
is.
many things.
First time.
So many. So for its time, it's incredibly like smart.
Yeah. It
It's
really
really,
was.
really good.
Wizard Kelly.
Wizard Kelly.
Wizard Kelly.
Yeah.
Always trying to see that dude's face as a kid. I was like, can I get under there?
No, he's too tall, man.
He's too tall.
Yeah,
But,
no, and then the app is
yo,
phenomenal.
I've been
dude.
watching Jeff Goldblum Explains the World.
Yes.
haven't seen that
I haven't
yet.
started to watch it, but I've heard good things.
I don't know if it's just the way that he speaks, but it just gets me like so enthralled.
Immersed.
Yeah, in what he's saying, like the first episode, not spoilers. The first episode is about sneakers.
Speakers and sneakers.
It's
Sneakers
just
and
about
Snickers,
sneakers,
bro. Again.
right? And it's about like the transition of utility to
Fashion.
fashion,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And it's so interesting how he gets into it and how he has like a personal feeling towards it as well, right?
Sneakers?
And he talks about like growing up and like having those like
He's a shoe
I've
guy.
never-
feel good feelings.
Yeah, I've
and
never
all
been
that.
a shoe guy myself.
Never been a shoe guy. Sneaker.
But I mean, like he doesn't go into like the specific sneakers at all.
Correct.
But I mean-
Yeah, but what they mean to him is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, and like he has it's set up like this, like a hypothesis of like what he thinks it means to people, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes out and he finds out like from different sources, like the meaning behind everything and like what they actually put into a sneaker, right? And he goes into his own personal feelings and his own personal like things, and he has a whole synopsis at the end of the episode,
Okay.
which it's brilliant,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been meaning to watch. I've heard great things about it.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to watch
I
it.
mean, like,
The one I do recommend is the history of Disney. It's like a 6-part series, one season. It is super incredible. You get to see how everything started.
I just wanted to see more original stuff because the only thing that caught my attention on the like Disney Plus originals was like just The Mandalorian.
Can we like wrap up with
Yeah, we're wrapping
all
up.
of you can like saying something you should watch.
To me, like I haven't really watched any of the other original things on Disney Plus. There is one that kind of caught my attention a bit. I think it was like called To Go or something. It's like a story about a
called
man.
Togo.
Togo, yeah.
Togo, the one about
With
the
William
guy,
Dafoe?
The guy
Yeah,
and the
William
dog,
Dafoe.
The guy and the dog, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a series. Kind of interested in watching that.
8 Below.
Um,
Snow Dogs.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So I just kind of want to watch that. But me personally, what I've been watching as a documentary that got me interested on Disney Plus is called crap. What was it called? It was like Under the Sea, like something about removing the waters from the sea.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
about, like,
Drain the Oceans. Drain the
Yeah,
Oceans.
draining the oceans to like
Yeah, it's
see
pretty good.
ancient ships and
Yeah, no, Disney.
unlocking history and stuff. It was interesting.
As a summary, Disney
It was
Disney
interesting.
Plus was
Yeah,
rocking
Disney
it.
Plus is
It's
Disney
good.
Plus hits.
I
They're
think
rocking
it just
it.
needs more original stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they're getting there.
Yeah, they're getting
Yeah,
there.
they are
You
getting
give
there.
them time.
Yeah.
Just give them time.
They have a lot of
Yeah.
old content that they have.
Older
I
content.
think.
They are gonna continue Rebels
Okay, good.
as a Disney Plus exclusive.
Exclusive. Okay.
Rebels.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Star Wars Rebels?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only
The way and okay.
this
Yeah.
is well, it's as we go on. We'll see.
Okay, we'll
Right.
see. We'll see.
Um,
Because I hear a lot of
Yeah.
things.
So I'm gonna battery done. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead and swap it
Anyways.
because I'm gonna pitch something.
This one's still going.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You swap that
so
one then.
pitch it and then we'll wrap it up. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
On my wall.
what I was gonna say if I'm gonna plug myself in real quick. My company, Tower Studios, photography and film. If you guys have any weddings, things like that, you want to do weddings, pictures, photographs, videos, etc. Anything that you want to do, my website should be up soon. I'll put the link in the description if I can get it out by tomorrow. If not, then as we go, we'll probably roll it over to the next one. But I kind of want to start getting it out there to whoever's watching this. So, yeah. So if
Cool,
that's all I wanted to plug in.
Alrighty.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
We really appreciate your views. We appreciate you subscribing. We appreciate you liking.
Yes. Please like,
Even-
subscribe, follow us on Instagram.
You know what? Like or dislike. We actually want to know feedback, and we actually
Correct.
want to know if we're doing something that's
Yeah,
it's
and
enjoyable.
If you want us to improve on something, please comment,
All right.
share.
So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. This has been the Geek Guild from me, Jonathan, my buddy
Jesse.
Jesse, Edward, and our guy behind the cameras,
Jeff.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
This has been the Geek Guild.
Yes. So hopefully 2020 we'll
2020 is
we'll
gonna
be
be.
doing a good year.
Are we gonna
We're
have
back.
a slogan? Are we gonna have like a slogan for Geek Guild?
We'll come up
Yeah.
with
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
If you guys have one,
Every week we're gonna think of something
think of
until
something
it sticks.
to put in.
Yeah.
What's our okay? Follow us where?
All right.
What's our
Geek
Guilds
Guild.
Unite.
Hold up, I'm pulling it up right now.
Uh,
Follow us at _geek_guild.
okay? There you go on Instagram.
Mhm.
We don't have a Facebook currently, but we
Not
will.
yet.
We'll
No,
get that
no,
up
no,
soon.
no, no, no.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys.
You guys.
Shout out.
Peace.
Later.